If you're an hourly worker, here's some terms you want to get familiar with: minimum wage, living wage, and low wage. Minimum wage is the minimum amount that an employer can pay a worker for an hour's worth of work by law. Living wage is the amount that a worker receives and pay that sustains a standard of living in the region that that worker lives in. America is split up in different regions: South, Midwest, West, and East. And it costs at different rates to live in each region. So a living wage considers where you live and how much money you earn per hour. A low wage is a wage that an employer pays a worker that's higher than the minimum wage but lower than the living wage. Okay, so a low wage is it's higher than the minimum wage. So you're saying, okay, yeah, I'm making more than minimum wage, but I'm also struggling, and you're struggling because you're making less than a living wage. Okay, so you can't afford to live, you can't afford what you're making an hour to live where you're living. Now, who are the employers that pay low wages? Who are the ones that pay more than minimum wage, so they're doing more than they have to by law, but they're not doing enough to enable the worker to really get by and live life? Low-wage employers in the U.S. aren't small businesses. So 66% are employed of low-wage earners, rather, are employed by large corporations that have more than 100 employees. And they tend to be concentrated in the retail and fast food sectors, okay? So your retail jobs and your fast food jobs, retail jobs would be like Walmart. Fast food would be like Yum Brands that owns KFC and McDonald's. Those are the biggest employers that pay low wages, higher than minimum wage, but not enough to live comfortably where the worker lives. Now, out of those low wage employers, the CEO compensation, their CEO compensation grew by 1,322% since 1978. And the only way that that can happen is if they suppress the workers' wage earnings per hour. Okay? So minimum wage, living wage, and low wage. That's what we're talking about today.